Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint.
The Nürburgring is the only F1 track to have hosted 3 different races: the German Grand Prix, European Grand Prix and Luxembourg Grand Prix.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Phoenix lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Norris, Ocon, Liam Lawson, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Verstappen, Albon, Perez, Tsunoda, Bottas, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Leclerc, Sargent, Stroll, Joe, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We will soon find out.
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going. Okay, how was that pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well. Rainfall expected today. We think it'll stay dry. Copy. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch. Ocon behind. They're in third. They're on fresh mediums. They're on fresh mediums. Confirmed. Ocon's behind you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are just one lap old, and the time last lap was a 1:53.0. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 3.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 6th. Time last lap was a 1:55.5. They're in third. The difference is 1.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Your last lap time was a 1:53.1. Sainz is the fastest man on track right now. He's just posted the quickest lap of the race. Got that confirmed. car behind, 1.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1 minute 49.5. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Hamilton behind you now. We're leaving the car behind by 1.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:49.7. Gap to your teammate behind is 4.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 6th. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 50.0. That's Hamilton behind, and the gap behind us is 1.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1:49.7. Hamilton's behind you now. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Time last lap was a 1 minute 48.5. Okay, we're down to 15 laps of fuel left now. You're in first position, front of the pack. That's Hamilton behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 13 laps to go. Hamilton behind you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 5 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1:49.9. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, the gap behind is 1.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. And 11 laps to go. Okay, copy that. Hamilton's behind you now. Our gap behind is 1.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 49.1. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 6th. Time last lap was a 1:49.6. Tyre condition still looking good. Gap to your teammate behind is 5.4 seconds. And that's 11 laps of fuel remaining. You're in first position, front of the pack. That's Hamilton behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 9 laps to go. laps of fuel to go, 9 laps left. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Hamilton's behind you now. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 2.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. Look after these tyres now, you want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, 7 laps to go. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, push, gap to the car behind, 2.4 seconds. They're on old mediums. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. The car behind has minor front wing damage. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 51.9. Okay, car behind trailing us, 2.5 seconds. Didn't receive that. Repeat the message. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're currently 6th. And the time last lap was a 1:50.1. And that's 8 laps of fuel remaining. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Gap to your teammate behind is 5.5 seconds. Understood, copy that. Norris behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 12 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 50.3. They're in fourth. Okay, so the gap is 3.2 seconds. They're on old mediums. The last lap time was a 1:51.5. Okay, there's enough fuel to do 6 more laps. You're in first position, front of the pack. Norris is behind you. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 4 laps remaining. That's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining, 5 laps of fuel left. You're leading the pack, that's P1, Norris behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops. Let's go, 4 laps remaining. That's Sainz behind you now. Okay, gap to the car behind. 1.4 seconds. They're on old mediums, and the time last lap was a 1 minute 50.5. Some information on Sargent. Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car. They're currently 5th, and the gap is 4.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. Time last lap was a 1:51.3. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in 4th. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 50.8. We've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. for the race, final lap. Gap to your teammate behind is 2.1 seconds. Okay, Sainz is behind you. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 16 laps old. And the time last lap was a 1:51.1. Yes, nice work, mate. You did a really good job today. Pretty sure the boss is going to be happy with that one.
And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Phoenix increases their championship lead. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, goodbye.